right, our good pal J.R. Romano is joining us, chairman of the Republican Party. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Lee. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. So, rumblings and rumors and, I don't know, a little bit of a backpedaling, a feel. I don't know if it's actually happening. I just hear these rumors out there as far as the tolls go. What are you hearing?
Well, so I wanted to come on because what is absolutely frustrating as the chairman of the Republican Party is we have a lot of Republicans who obviously are working, with the No Tolls group, and this is all rumor. And the response of a rumor on social media and what people are saying is absolutely disturbing. And the reason that I'm saying this, this is the thing. Democrats are the ones spreading these rumors, okay? We're 8 days away from a municipal election. And we've completely lost focus of what we have in front of us. Right now, the Senate, the House, they're not in session. And all these, we need to call our senators. You know who you're not calling? Voters. We have a real race in Sprague, for example, to defeat Kathy Austin. And I have all these Republicans running around completely losing focus. You have not seen a single Republican say anything in regards to what the rumors are. And it is mind-blowing to me that we're 8 days away from an election, and I have more people interested in calling the General Assembly than I do calling voters to help candidates win. We have opportunities in Middletown. We have opportunities in Fairfield. We have opportunities we have all over the state. And if you're someone who's listening to this right now, stop with, you've literally fallen for fake news. And we have to remain focused over the next 8 days, and we'll deal with tolls after the fact. It's not passing. It is not passing in the next 10 days. Stop it. If you're listening, stop. If you're upset about the toll situation, you're going to make all these calls and you're going to do all the, we're going to stand and protest. Shame on you for not recognizing what's 8 days away. You should be out helping a candidate right now, today, because that's what matters most. Right now, in the next 8 days, is the most important thing that can, and Lee, it's frustrating. Because we ask for volunteers, we try to encourage people to knock doors and make phone calls. And based on a rumor by another radio show, all hell breaks loose.
All right, but you got to, I know you know this, but when you start hammering people in their pocket again, and substantially, they're going to panic and they're going to get upset.
I understand that, but Lee, this is the problem. We're 8 days away from defeating and winning big in certain areas that the Democrats will be embarrassed by. So the Democrats throw a rumor out, and what do Republicans do? Like a simple puppy, run in the direction of the tennis ball instead of remaining focused.
But I have to say this, and I like him, and I had him on the show when it happened. So Senator Fasano has sort of fed into this a little bit because he has not done what Themis did, which is we're not doing tolls, period. He didn't do that.
Right. Are there votes happening, though?
No, I get it, but that's why people are panicking.
But they shouldn't be. But here's the thing. You know what it's like? You know what it's like doing? It's like freaking out about Christmas in July. Oh, we're never going to be able to afford Christmas, and talking about it in July.
Okay. All right. That's a good analogy.
We're not in legislative session.
Right.
We have real candidates out there that need help right now.
Right. Well, it's sort of a different. It's kind of apples and oranges, but it's not. I get it. I understand.
It's not when we're talking about the response. Here's the thing. We make calls for volunteer. We ask people to volunteer. Seb Giuliano in Middletown needs help. The guys in Sprague, in your neck of the woods, are working their tail off to defeat Kathy Austin. They need volunteers. They need phone bankers. They need all these people. And we're talking about tolls. They're not even in session right now. They're not even in session to be taking a vote.
Okay, so what should other than helping out their local candidate, so you're telling the people for the immediate time being, take a deep breath, don't panic, tolls are not happening before the election, end of story.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
So go out and help a candidate.
And listen, everyone wants to know, like, oh, we have to win again as Republicans. Yeah, which means as we think of it in the terms of a team. I played football until I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
There were people that I didn't 100% like on all my teams.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, the team, as Republicans, we need to win more elections. And how do we do that? Through energy, through volunteering, donating time and treasure. And that's what we need to remain focused on.
860-464-9490, 631-317-1949. So we do have a couple of calls. You want to take it?
Absolutely.
All right, so former state rep Kevin Skulchek, who hasn't been on in a while, is weighing in. So I think I just lost. Hold on, I got to make sure I do this right.
Really?
Kevin, how are you? You're on with J.R. Romano. Go ahead.
Hey, JR, first of all, good to hear your voice. Good to hear you fired up today, too, Jay.
Thank you.
You sound like most of us feel, and I've stepped away from politics for a little bit. I'll be right back. But, the bottom line is you're hitting right on the nail on the head. This is following the bouncing ball. Classic move. And the fact that our leadership isn't saying things that you're saying is quite disturbing. This is why municipal elections are so important. And the bottom line is, maybe, JR, you can point it out, if we lose seats in the CCM positions throughout the state of Connecticut, 169 towns,
we're going to get regionalization, by the way.
Right. These are the big things that are going on that people aren't following and paying attention why municipal elections are so important. As a former first selectman, I can tell you, this is where it all happens on the bench. And if they don't wake up by next week, we're certainly going to see, you're not just going to see tolls, you're going to see a lot of changes in Connecticut. So thank you for JR for pointing a lot of good issues out this morning.
And Kevin, I just want to point this out too, Lee. Mm-hmm. This is the part that makes me laugh. The Democrats don't need us to pass tolls, okay?
Right.
And the fact that we have Republicans calling on, literally making demands to call Republican elected officials to stand against tolls, we don't even have the numbers. It makes no sense. Here's what the Democrats have done. They have, once again, decided to throw this bouncing ball out there, and now Republicans are fighting with each other instead of focused on the next 8 days.
I completely understand and agree with you. And I've been out of it for a while. Lee knows I haven't even paid attention. I don't even know what's going on. But just hearing you this morning, I turned on the radio for, I haven't heard Lee's voice in a while, so it makes me feel warm and fuzzy. But basically,
and shame on you for not listening to Lee every morning,
Kevin. Man. Exactly.
I love you both. Keep working hard. Bye.
All right, Kevin. Thank you. Kevin Skulchek out there. So you guys want to call on 860-464-9490, 631-317-1949. Okay, so when you say a rumor is thrown out, a rumor is a strong word, JR. So you're telling me there's no truth at all as far as you can see to this quote-unquote rumor?
Well, but it depends on what is the rumor. Len's going to vote for tolls.
No,
what's the?
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's the rumor? This is exactly my point.
Yeah.
What's the rumor? And in a frenzy, now we have Republicans fighting with each other, attacking each other.
Who's attacking?
You know what I'd rather we see people posting on social media right now? We have a shot at beating Kathy Austin. Let's everyone in Eastern Connecticut go and help. That's what I'd rather see. Mm. But no, instead, from a rumor said by Democrats, by the way, we are now attacking Len Fasano and the legislative leaders. We need to focus on, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, but are people actually attacking Len? I don't think anybody's attacking Len.
Oh, look, I'm not saying that people shouldn't have their opinions.
Right.
But can it wait?
Okay, no, but I didn't see where they were actually, throwing haymakers at him.
It's one of those things where we as Republicans, it is certainly like herding cats. It is our greatest strength and our greatest weakness. We are uniquely and proudly individuals. Okay, I'm never going to stand here and tell someone how to think or what their opinion should be or how a legislator should legislate. But what I can tell you is 100% of the time, having a Democrat elected as a state legislature, as a municipal leader, is not as, from my perspective, I'd rather have a Republican that I agree with 80% of the time than a Democrat. And I'm not saying that Len's flipping or anything like that. I'm not saying Len's voting for tolls. But this is what the Democrats do. We start fighting with each other. And I'm not kidding. We have a real shot at Kathy Austin.
Okay.
She's panicking.
Right. Well, this is good because this is part of what your gig is to sort of rein everybody in, right?
Trying.
Well, that's my point. It's good that you're doing this.
I mean, I listen to someone describe how all the Republicans are being paid off by O&G. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah. This is what we're talking about? Based on a rumor, the Democrat, and then what ends up happening? Republicans start fighting with each other. So, and I'd love to take more calls. And if I'm wrong, if there's and this is the thing, if I'm running for office right now, if I'm running for Board of Ed, Board of Taxation, or Mayor or First Selectman, and I've been working my tail off all summer, and then 8 days before an election, all of these people that I need to be focused on the victory for us have now completely lost focus.
Right.
I'd be mad.
All right, 860-464-9490, 631-317-1949. A unique opportunity. We don't get JR on every week. We get him on. Well, he'll come on pretty much any time, but we don't get him on every week. If you want to talk to him, JR Romano is with us, and we've got him on the phone. He's, of course, the chairman of the Republican Party. JR, we're going to grab a call. Let's go to, where are we going first? Let me find out where we're going because I can't find it. Dave in Noank. Dave, how are you?
Yeah, good, Lee. Hey, I just want to thank you for a few days ago I shot you an email to talk about when the voting date is and all that.
Oh,
you returned my message, so I thank you for that.
All right, brother.
I just want to make a quick comment.
Sure.
With your guest, great point when he says, and I've heard it more than once, when people say, I'd rather vote for a Republican, which I am, 80%, if I agree with him 80% of the time, than a Democrat. What I don't understand is, I mean, when you listen to this radio station all day long, every day, we're pretty sure things are looking good for Trump. You know that
right.
People are active. I just can't understand why, with municipal voting, why people can't just walk in there and vote. That my fear is always that there's not enough. Even the people that I work with, I'll like, do you vote? And they're, well, no, it doesn't make a difference and all that stuff. To me, it's easier now than it was when I was a kid. I'm 64 years old.
Right.
It's basically a no-brainer now. Where straight ticket. You know what I mean? On that 80% way of thinking, it's just walk in, straight ticket, Republican, and walk out. That's all I got to say.
All right, Dave, let me let JR answer that, and we can clear the line and take another call if somebody wants to call in. Go ahead, JR.
Well, there's two things, and it's very frustrating as Republicans when we're in such close races. In 2018, we lost, I think it was 22 races by a percentage point or less. And from my perspective, is there's a lot of Republicans that will allow purity to stand in the way of unity, and that's a problem. But I want to go back to these municipal elections, which he brings up a great point, and it goes back to this idea of volunteerism, volunteering time, and treasure. If we as Republicans truly want to win, there's no cavalry coming to save the state. No one is going to help Republicans be victorious. Only we have that responsibility. And if you're a Republican locally, or you're tired of what's happening in the state or your community, show up and volunteer for these candidates, because no one else is going to do it. You know, Lee, I always make a joke when I go and talk around the state. For some reason, Republicans turn into communists come election time. They believe that someone else is going to save their community, or someone else is going to save the state, and they don't volunteer as much as they should, or they don't. And look, I know I'm asking for a lot, but I always reference it in terms of the founding of this nation. Those men and women sacrificed time, treasure, their lives to forge a nation out of nothing, with a piece of paper. And to give up a Saturday afternoon to make phone calls or knock doors doesn't seem that tough in order to save the state. That's how I look at it.
All right, let's grab one more call. Let's go to Gordon in Lyme. Gordon, you're up, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Lee. Good morning, JR. I have a question. I heard you refer to O&G Industries and some kind of relationship with the Republicans, or supporting or making donations. Could you please be more clear on what you were saying?
No. I was just referencing. There's people that call on radio shows and they put out this conjecture and rumor about what's happening. None of it's true. And by the way, just so that everyone understands that's listening, O&G is a state contractor, which means they can't give to legislators. This is the type of stuff that I talk about. As Republicans, we need to be united if we're going to defeat the Democrats. And so when everyone has all these rumors and innuendo attacking each other, it doesn't help us be victorious.
I understand exactly what you're saying, JR. That's why I called. I work for O&G, okay? Therefore, I can state unequivocally that that's a bunch of you-know-what.
So, well, I agree. But I was commenting on the fact that another radio show, they let the radio host allowed this guy to just go on about this conjecture and rumor about what's happening, and they create concrete. I'm like, well, why is no one intervening? This has to be stopped.
Well, I am, and that's my point.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I just wanted to underline that for Lee's listeners, because I have a lot to do with that company, trust me, and I know what's going on. So that's a bunch of crap. So enough of that. All right, I had to make my point. Thank
Gordon, thank you very much. I appreciate you calling in. Good call as always. 860-464. We have about 90 seconds if you want to try to squeeze one more in.
Sure, I'll take one.
No, if I can't, I got to wait for it to reload to get the phone system from the 60s.
Well, I appreciate you giving me the time.
No, of course, anytime. And I listen, one more time, we won't have time to take a call. So one more time, why don't you just give everybody a 60-second rundown of what they need to do here in the next 10 days?
We have an election coming up on Tuesday. If you are listening to this and you want to see a change in your community or you want to see a change in your state, get out there and call your local candidates. Find out how you can volunteer some time, knock doors, make phone calls over the next couple of days, because that you could be the difference between a Republican winning or a Democrat winning. Because it is literally we're these races, we're not losing by large margins, we're losing by 20, 30, 50 votes. One volunteer can make a difference over the next couple of days.
All right, JR, I'll talk to you down the road. Thank you.
Thanks, you.
All right, man. You have a good one. JR Romano, chairman of the Republican Party.